Hello again everybody and welcome back to Wilderness Magic. My name is Will. I hope you're all having a magical day. Today I've got a great card trick for you guys and I'm not going to waste any time to get to the performance. So if you do like this video, please show it by hitting the like button, comment on what you guys want to see next, and as always subscribe if you're new to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into the trick. So for this trick guys, all we need is a deck of cards. Now we are going to use prepared cards, so the ace of spades, the two of spades, and the three of spades, and that is simply because I don't have any spectators here to pick any cards. But if they were three spectators here, I would have them each pick a card. We're gonna put a couple cards on each of these selected cards, so something around there. Now I'm gonna try and make this as fair as possible. So we're gonna take the first pile with the ace and I'm gonna put it somewhere in this deck. Now as you can see, it is as fair as possible. It's gonna go right in there, just like that. No creases, no anything, just straight in. We're gonna take the two, and now we're gonna place it sticking out, and I'm gonna place the rest of the deck just above it. As you can see, it goes straight in, as fair as possible. Gonna do the same with the three of spades. We're gonna put it right there, place those cards on top, and I'm gonna push it in as fair as possible. Now the ace, the two, and the three represents three different kinds of levels in Magic, you can say. So for the ace, usually you can only snap your fingers and hopefully that ace becomes visible. Now as a beginner, you're always making a couple mistakes. So that seven is obviously not the ace, but it tells me that we got to go 7 cards deeper to find it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th card is the ace. All right, good. Now, if you want to find the 2, usually you've grown up a level. So if you snap your fingers, then you can actually this time, yeah, all right, there we go. You can actually find the 2 there straight away. Now for the 3rd card and the 3 of spades, you're usually going to be pretty good at handling the cards. So I'm going to try and do this, but I'm going to pick up a couple cards and I'm going to say 11. Hopefully if this works out, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is going to be that 3 of spades. Now that was the trick guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's get into the tutorial of this trick. So guys, this trick is called They Will Never Guess How You Did It, and it's from Spidey Hypnosis channel. I know he gives a couple credits in that video as well, so I want you to check those out because I'm not taking credit for this trick at all, even though I wish I did because it is amazing. You're going to start off by either having 3 cards selected or having the ace, 2, 3 because they're just simple to remember. I like to have 3 people. If there are spectators that are 3 people, then I like to have them each pick a card so you can set it up like this. Now this trick is pretty easy to perform. You just got to get a hang of a couple things. So the first thing is that we're going to count off 9 cards towards the first card. And the way I do that is just simply spreading 3. So 3, 6, 9 and place them down. Before this trick actually start, I'm sorry, just forgot to say that, you're going to have a 7 and you're going to turn that over at the bottom of the deck. That's going to be your only setup that you need. So whenever they are picking the cards, if let's say they pick 1 card, they pick another card, and they pick a 3rd card, you can take back the deck, just go through it and find a 7 and flip it at the bottom. And then say, all right, if you've all picked your cards, you can put them down right here. And then you're going to start off by counting off 9 cards, but you don't want to say 9 cards. You just get, all right, we're going to take a couple cards. So 3, 6, 9. I'm going to place that on top of the first selection. Now you want to get the bottom pack, which we're going to do on top of that too. So the way I do is I do a swivel cut, which is basically I separate the deck with my index and long finger, having the thumb as a kind of breaking point. So separate, swivel, and clamming that packet between my thumb and I guess the bottom of your index finger. So split, swivel, grab it, and then I slam the bottom pack into the pack I just separated and put it down, and then put it down. So in speed it'll look like that. That way you get the 7 that's on the bottom on top of the pack with the 2nd card and the other pack on top of the 3rd card. So split, swivel, grab, put down. So in speed, just like that. Get a bit of practice, you'll get it, I'm sure of it. From here, you want to grab the first pile again, and you want to insert their card into the third position from, or fourth position from the bottom. Now you want to make it as you're just inserting somewhere, and you're going to have to do this yourself because they could put it anywhere else, but you want to have it in the fourth position from the bottom. Now you can even show them that, all right, you see how fair it is right now. We've put it in. I'm going to square up the cards. I'm going to have you push it in all the way. So they push the card in all the way. It's as fair as possible up to this point. You're then going to take the 2, and while you're doing this, you're going to give the deck a little squeeze and a little bend. Now it doesn't have to be overly done, but just a little bend so that the cards kind of separate from the other parts of the deck. So a little bend, and you do this while showing the 2. And then you say we're going to do the same thing, so we're going to put the second card or the 2 right here, and then you're going to pick up this pile with the 7 on the bottom and put that on top, and you want to let them once again just push that card in as fair as possible. And then you're going to do the same with the third card, so you're going to put it straight on there, and you're going to take these cards that you've already handled and put that on top, and then you just push it in. Now this is as fair as it possibly gets. They'll not notice any sleight of hand or anything. It doesn't get more fair than this. Now you're going to go on with the performance part and telling that there's 3 stages in Magic and kind of Magic levels. So the first stage, being the first card, is that I can snap my fingers, and then you spread the cards and you'll see that that 7 pops up. Now you want to split those cards at the 7 and say that, all right, if you've chosen the ace 2 3, then you know that you can say that, all right, the beginner doesn't always get it in the first try, so they might have a second time. But if you've have them selected a card, you can say, was that your card? And then they'll say no. And then you say, all right, but for a stage 1 performer, they usually make a couple mistakes. You want to split these cards at the 7, and then you want to flip these cards over. You want to re-grab these cards, and you show that, all right, this 7 wasn't your card. While doing that, you want to get a pinky break underneath this top card, which is going to be their second card. So this wasn't your card. All right, we'll put it back, and then you're going to grab both those cards as a double lift and transfer them over to this pile right here. Now, if you've got cards that's got a white border around them and a white border on the front and back, you do not have to worry too much about them splitting. If you've got a back card that's got color all the way out without a border, you're going to have to be very careful when putting these cards down so that they don't split. But since these have white borders, you can be pretty off by it and just put it down. And then you're going to say, all right, the 7 says that we're going to count down 7 cards from this pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll find the first card. Now you want to get these cards on top of this 7 and these cards on top of these cards. So there's 2 ways you can do this. Either you put these cards on first and then put these on second, or you grab them all like that and put them straight like that. It's up to you. The situation might determine this, but however you want to do it is fine. You want to re-grab this pack, turn it over, and say that, all right, we found the first card. Now for a second level magician, you're not allowed to make those mistakes. So if I snap my fingers, you're going to see that that second card is turned over. Now, this is going to be quite natural, but when you split this to remove that second card, you're going to re-grab the bottom pack first and put that on top of the other pack. And you'll see what happens now is that since we did that little grab with those cards from the start, they create a natural gap, and for some mathematical reason it's always going to be 10 cards above it, and that 11th card is going to be their third selection. So whether you want to do this as a third stage magician, as I said it, like you're going to pick up a couple cards and I'm going to say that's 11 and then that card is going to be theirs, or you can have a prediction saying that I believe that your card will be in the 11th position. However you want to do it is fine, but their card is always going to end up in the 11th position from the top. So I go with the route that, all right, you know, a real good magician can actually see the cards and you say 11, pick up a couple cards, and hopefully that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is your third selection. But if you want to do a prediction, that's fine. If you do a prediction, the good thing about it is they can read the prediction and then they can count off the cards as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. However you want to do it is fine, but their card is always going to be in the 11th position from the top. Now that is a trick, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, this is a trick from Spidey Hypnosis channel, so go check him out, give him a subscription if you haven't done that. He's a great teacher out there and a great magician overall, and I really admire all of his work. So I'm not taking any credit for this. I'm moving all the credit to his side for this trick. But as I said, if you did like the video, please show it by hitting the like button, comment what you guys want to see next on this channel, and if it's the first time you're seeing me, hit that magical subscribe button. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.